Hey there, friends, let's talk narwhals. You know, those fascinating creatures that have captured the imagination of many with their long spiral tusks? You know, those whales with the big, pointy tusks? These tusks can grow up to 10 feet long and are actually an elongated tooth. They're like the unicorns of the sea, but unlike the mythical unicorns, narwhals are very much real and live in the cold Arctic waters. Except not really. Unicorns are mythical and graceful. They exist in fairy tales and legends, often depicted as elegant and magical creatures. Narwhals? Well, they're real, and they're kind of goofy looking. With their long tusks and blubbery bodies, they have a unique charm that's hard to resist. Don't get me wrong, narwhals are cool. They swim around the Arctic, diving deep for food. They can dive as deep as 1,500 meters in search of fish, squid, and shrimp. And that tusk, it's actually a tooth. Scientists believe it has sensory capabilities, helping narwhals detect changes in their environment. But being a narwhal isn't all sunshine and rainbows. They face numerous challenges in their icy habitat. In fact, it can be kind of a bummer. Climate change is causing the Arctic ice to melt, which threatens their way of life. Narwhals rely on sea ice for protection from predators and as a hunting ground for their prey. As the ice diminishes, they are forced to adapt to new and often harsher conditions. This makes their survival increasingly difficult. So while they may be the unicorns of the sea, their reality is far from a fairy tale. Let's start with that tusk. Imagine having a giant tooth sticking out of your face. It would be like walking around with a super long pointy nose. Narwhals can't even use their tusks to fight. They mostly use them to sense things in the water. It's like having a really, really long finger. Useful maybe, but not exactly intimidating. And don't even get me started on dating. Imagine trying to find a date when you have a giant tusk sticking out of your face. Swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. That's all I can picture. It's tough out there for a narwhal looking for love. Section 4. The perks of being a narwhal. Finding the humor in the deep end. Okay, so maybe being a narwhal isn't all bad. Sure, they have to deal with the freezing temperatures of the Arctic, but they also get to experience some of the most breathtaking landscapes on Earth. Imagine waking up every day to the sight of endless icebergs and the serene, icy waters of the Arctic Ocean. It's like living in a winter wonderland all year round. They get to live in the Arctic, which is pretty amazing. The Arctic is not just cold, it's a place of incredible beauty and mystery. The vast, white expanses of ice and snow create a sense of peace and tranquility that is hard to find anywhere else. And let's not forget the Northern Lights. Narwhals get front row seats to one of nature's most spectacular light shows. And they eat delicious things like squid and fish. Their diet is like an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Narwhals are expert hunters, using their long tusks to stun fish and squid before gobbling them up. It's a skill that takes years to perfect, but once they do, they can feast on some of the ocean's tastiest treats. Plus, they're really good swimmers. Narwhals can dive to incredible depths, sometimes reaching over a mile below the surface. Their bodies are perfectly adapted to the cold, dark waters of the Arctic, allowing them to navigate with ease and grace. Watching a narwhal swim is like watching a ballet performance underwater. But still, that tusk, that's a deal breaker for me. While the tusk is an impressive and unique feature, it also looks like it could be a bit of a hassle. Imagine trying to navigate through tight spaces or avoid getting it caught on things. It's like having a giant toothpick sticking out of your face all the time. I'm sticking to land, where the only pointy things I have to worry about are cacti. At least with cacti, you can see them coming and avoid them. Plus, the desert has its own kind of beauty, with its vast open spaces and unique plant life. So while being a narwhal has its perks, I'll take my chances with the cacti and stay on solid ground. Section 5 Conclusion. Narwhals, we feel your pain, but also you're kinda awesome. So there you have it, folks. Narwhals, the enigmatic unicorns of the sea, have always fascinated us with their majestic tusks and mysterious behaviors. But life in the Arctic isn't as magical as it seems. These creatures face numerous challenges in their icy habitat. The truth about narwhals: they might be the unicorns of the sea, but their tusks, which can grow up to 10 feet long, are not just for show. These tusks are actually elongated teeth that can sense changes in the environment, helping narwhals navigate and survive in the harsh Arctic conditions. But being a narwhal isn't all it's cracked up to be. They have to deal with predators like orcas and polar bears, and the ever-changing climate is making their icy home less stable. The melting ice is forcing them to adapt quickly, and it's not an easy task. But hey, at least they're unique. Their social structures are fascinating, with pods that can consist of hundreds of individuals. They communicate using a series of clicks, whistles, and knocks, creating a symphony of sounds beneath the Arctic waves. And that's something to be proud of, right? Their ability to thrive in one of the most extreme environments on Earth is a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Narwhals are truly one-of-a-kind creatures, deserving of our admiration and protection, even if it does make dating a little tricky. Imagine trying to find a mate in the vast, icy expanse of the Arctic. But narwhals manage, proving that even in the most challenging